Beat YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest and greatest news from our campus. The U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, has announced charges against 8 pro-life activists for allegedly violating the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, also known as the FACE Act. According to a press release issued by the DOJ on Wednesday, Calvin Zastro, Chester Gallagher, Heather Idoni, Caroline Davis, Joel Curry, Justin Phillips, Eva Edel, and Eva Zastro apparently blocked the entrance of an abortion facility in Sterling Heights, Michigan on August 27, 2020. The department also announced that Idoni and Edel are being charged with obstructing the entrance of the Women's Health Clinic in Saginaw, Michigan on April 16, 2021. The FACE Act, which was signed into law by Democrat President Bill Clinton in 1994, makes it a crime to intimidate or physically prevent the coming and going of persons seeking the services of abortion clinics. The late Senator Edward Kennedy, a self-professed Catholic, was the chief sponsor of legislation at the time. The indictment comes just weeks after Mark Houck was found not guilty of violating the act. Houck, a father of 7, gained nationwide fame after the FBI raided his house with guns drawn while his wife and children were present, all because he defended his son from a vulgar pro-abortion escort outside a facility in Philadelphia. Conservatives denounced the agency's behavior, which many said reflected a blatant targeting of pro-lifers under the Biden regime. 2 weeks ago, Republican Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio held the first hearing for the Select House Committee on the weaponization of the FBI. Pro-lifers and conservatives have long argued that the agency has been purposefully persecuting Christians while ignoring real corruption, like Hunter Biden's ties to China and Ukraine. A growing number of Catholics are also calling on the agency to be held account after a memo leaked the public earlier this month revealed the Bureau's Richmond, Virginia office has been monitoring laity who attend the traditional Latin Mass. Vivek Ramaswamy, a young entrepreneur and vocal opponent of woke corporate policies, announced Tuesday that he is running for president, making him the 3rd official GOP candidate in the 2024 elections. While still relatively obscure, Ramaswamy, age 37, is perhaps best known for his best-selling book, Woke Inc., Inside Corporate America's Social Justice Scam, in which he slams business policies that prioritize values like environmental quote-unquote sustainability and diversity over profit, and as one book reviewer put it, provides a legal roadmap for using the courts to dismantle the woke maze that threatens our republic. Thus, Ramaswamy sharply contrasts his ideal of capitalism with the pro-environmental, social, and governance ESG so-called stakeholder capitalism pushed by the World Economic Forum and its founder, Klaus Schwab. In his fight against woke agenda in 2022, Ramaswamy founded Strive, an asset management firm, which he framed as directly competing with behemoth groups like BlackRock and Vanguard to restore the voices of everyday citizens in the American economy by leading companies to focus on excellence over politics. On Tuesday, he listed several other objectives on his Twitter page, which are 8-year limits for federal bureaucrats, shut down worthless federal agencies, declare total independence from China, annihilate drug cartels, make political expression a civil right, no central bank digital currencies, and revive merit and excellence. In his aspiration to sever ties with China, Ramaswamy has been called for banning most U.S. companies from doing business in China until the CCP falls or radically reforms. FBI whistleblower Kyle Seraphin, who leaked the intelligence memo targeting traditional Catholics, has said that he was originally suspended from the FBI for refusing the COVID shot and leaking information on the FBI targeting pro-lifers. Seraphin stated in a video released in October 2022 that he was, quote, not on board with complying the COVID vaccine mandate for all federal employees when he worked for the FBI in 2021. I immediately filed for a religious exemption, which was probably strike 1 and 2 against me, the whistleblower said. Serafin said that he blew the whistle on things that, quote, were going in the wrong direction of the Afghanistan refugee or Pahlavi camps, as well as the FBI targeting pro-life activists at abortion clinics as counterterrorism targets. There were a set of women who were a part of a Catholic organization, and they had a trailer in which an ultrasound machine, and they would attempt to convince women to do an ultrasound and see their baby, which I don't see anything wrong with, he stated. And it doesn't seem to violate any federal law, but it didn't stop people from my office from interviewing them, which I found very troubling. So strike 3, I think, was me blowing the whistle on that, he suggested. The FBI whistleblower explained that the label white supremacy was loosely applied to certain people, even though there is no definition of the term in federal law. And the way that they use it and the way that they apply it is the same way that you see the news media apply it, he says. So it's very flexible and can be moved around in order to suit various beliefs. In counterterrorism briefings that Serafin attended in 2016 and 2017, Milo Yiannopoulos and Jordan Peterson were discussed as cautionary figures on the alt-right. Moreover, the FBI whistleblower argued that the so-called insurrection on January 6, 2021 was blown way out of proportion. He contrasted it with the Antifa and BLM riots that took place in 2020. In early February, Serafin released an 8-page internal document sent on January 23rd, indicating the FBI in Richmond, Virginia, planned to conduct surveillance to intercept racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists who have allegedly found common ground with radical traditionalist Catholic ideology, LifeSite News reports. After the memo caused an immense backlash, the FBI retracted the document. However, Serafin claimed that the document was still circulated internally on the FBI's servers. As for today's weather, today was a high of 72 degrees. Hope you all enjoy the warm weather, because it's not going to last. Tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 38. Next few days are going to be in the mid-50s. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Franciscan Beat News Show. My name is Sean Kenny, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, Steubenville!